Hello everybody, welcome to the Therealtarot1123. I just got done making a video for Lori Vallow. I had a weird I watched the video, you all will know. I just couldn't sleep last night because she just popped in my head all night long and I got so annoyed. I was like, I don't know why I feel like I had to do a reading, but I did. I might do another one for her or I might not. I'm not sure about that. However, we'll take it, okay? Go with the flow type of thing of the energies. I had promised a video regarding the Delphi murders and I'm going to do that now. The information, I think I had mentioned this. I had done some readings for them and I had mentioned the like what I felt. I had felt that Liberty German is the one who died first. Okay, I still feel that she's the one who passed first, because I feel like Abigail was hurt, and she was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Unconscious, and then I feel like Libby saw that, and Libby didn't know whether Abigail was unconscious or she had actually passed. So she really fought hard. And then the murderer, he went back and murdered Abigail. That's what I feel. I feel there are three individuals involved, three males. I think I had mentioned that as well. And I strongly feel that this individual is somebody that they knew for sure, is somebody who was involved in the society, is somebody who would go and watch their games or, that sort of a thing. Definitely a person of authority, okay? Like when he wasn't that, I shouldn't say wasn't, he isn't that the kind who talks loudly or whatever, but when he speaks, like, he speaks in a very even, calm voice, and it's almost like how shall I say, like a coach or a father or an uncle or somebody to speak, that tone of voice that they have. He speaks like that. I also feel that they had the girls knew who this, something is annoying me, the girls knew who this individual is. I feel like Liberty knows or knew who this individual is. Their paths have crossed in the past, and he did give not only these two girls the creeps, but a few other kids too, boys and girls. He kind of creeped them out. I wouldn't be surprised if he and I said the same thing in one of the other videos, and I'll say it again. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with the summer coaching camp or coaching something, or something to do with sports and the school environment. Now, where the girls sexually molested, we'll see. I have a list of names: Paulette, Daniel J. Nations, Thomas Bruce, and Charles Elridge. We'll ask yes or no questions to see if any of those guys were involved in it. The fellow who they call the bridge guy, I feel for sure that individual is between the ages, like 45 would be really young, but I would say the mid-50s, okay? Definitely the mid-50s, and pushing closer to 60, all right? I definitely feel that this bridge guy is somebody that has some health issues for sure. I feel like this bridge guy something to do with kidneys or liver or something. Definitely some health issues for sure. I also feel that this bridge guy does tend to kind of hang out in the most, like, he will pop up in places where there are a lot of young kids and young girls hanging around. he is not that much into the young boys. It's all about the young girls or young women. Kind of a creepy guy, definitely. He tries to kind of chum me up and start conversations like, oh, you know how sometimes we let our guards down just because the person looks older and like a grandpa or whatever, or a senior citizen, we kind of let a guard down, and our whole attitude changes, as opposed to if a younger person were to approach us and make the same conversation, we'll be a little bit more on guard. I feel like people are a little bit oh, by the way, what I'm looking at is just the date of birth and the thing. Okay, both the girls, their numerology adds up to the same number 7, which is, I'm not surprised. What was I going to say? Yeah, so this bridge guy has appeared in other areas like social gatherings, not social gatherings, like parks and recreation type of places where a lot of young people go, a lot of people go per se, and he would hang around and he would approach and try to kind of chum me up and try to make conversations, and, oh, let me take that picture for you, or, can you take a picture of me? And he would he definitely has exposed himself a couple of times. So this guy has a history of I do have the fan going on, so you can see this, like, I won't use the this one, the pendulum, because I have the fan going on. I'm feeling a bit hot, so decided to but we'll do the yes or no questions, okay? So my question is going to be Paulette. I believe Paulette shot himself or the police killed him or something like that. So, excuse me. So I'm going to ask, is Paulette the one responsible for Abby and Libby's death? No answer. 3 times I'll ask, okay? Paulette the one responsible for Libby and Abby's death? Yes. Two out of three say yes. 2 out of 3 say yes. 2 out of 3 say yes. Let's move on. We'll come back to Paulette, okay? Let's see. Let's ask. There are 3 people involved, y'all. 3 people involved. An older guy, which is a bridge guy, and 2 younger people. 100%. The girls, in my opinion, they were ambushed. Okay. They must have. Okay. So here's what I'm getting. Libby died first. Abigail was knocked out, but Libby did not know that. Libby thought Abigail was dead. So Libby really fought very hard because she thought Abigail was dead, and so it was quite brutal, and so he ended up killing her first, and then he went back and finished off Abigail. But they were not murdered at the very spot that they were picked up. this bridge guy told them, hey, look, okay, I'm going to say this. This bridge guy said, hey, somebody was asking about y'all, somebody was looking for y'all. I wonder if the bridge guy knew that their father, Libby's father, whose ever father, was going to pick them up. And I wouldn't be surprised if the bridge guy knows the dad and said, hey, they're waiting for you or something, and this is a shortcut, go this way. And so the girls were like, oh yeah, we, like, you know, they wouldn't doubt, because they'll be like, yeah, dad was supposed to come and pick us up around this time, so whatever. Even though he kind of creeped them out a bit. So they went and he ambushed them, and he did not kill them right at the spot. These two girls were moved to a location not too far from where the place is, in fact within walking distance, and they were definitely murdered off-site and brought back, and their bodies were laid out where they finally found them. It's like that, and it's like a slight elevated ground, and there, so it's like an embankment, and I see it's like an embankment. But the girls were not murdered right there. They were murdered offsite, and they were brought back 100%. And that offsite place is not too far away. Not too far away at all. It is within walking distance. Absolutely within walking distance. And they were brought back, and they were laid over there. Now, as far as were they sexually molested, let's ask. Because the police hasn't released all that information, right? The police wouldn't even say what the cause of death is, except that they were stabbed or shot or something. Were Libby and Abby molested? Were Libby and Abby molested? No, I'm sorry. Let me shuffle that. Were Libby and Abby molested? No answer, which basically is a no. One of them was, I don't know which, but one of them was, not both of them. And I'm also going to go out on a limb and say it was more oral sex than the other kind of traditional sex. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to be too like, I want to be respectful to the girls, right? Because, but then again, I also want to give you the messages that I'm getting. It was one of them. I will say that the bridge guy is definitely responsible, but there are two other individuals responsible. I will go out on a limb and say the bridge guy definitely knew. I'm going to go out and say Libby's family, 100%. The bridge guy also knew Libby, one of the girls, I want to say Libby's dad, or knew, could be acquaintances, or you know, if it's a small town, basically you know so and so by so and so, and even though you don't wish them and say hi and stop and chat every time you see them in a public place, you'll know, hey, that's so and so type of thing, right? So definitely known. This bridge guy, dang, somebody is protecting this person, y'all. I'm convinced it's the bridge guy. Somebody is 100% protecting this fellow. Okay, I'm going to ask about Daniel J. something. Nations. I got a weak yes, but we'll ask again. just 1 week yes. I got another weak yes. 2 out of 3, but they're weak yeses. So that's as far as Daniel J. Nations. God, this is so weird though. I was asking about Thomas Bruce. I got a strong yes there. Got a strong yes on Thomas Bruce. Got a strong yes. How is he related to the case though? Let's try Charles Eldridge. Y'all, the police botched this case up. They botched up the evidence. They botched it up so bad, and now there's no going back. That's why they're like, oh, we can't release information because it's sensitive. The case is bullcrap. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling their bluff, law enforcement's bluff. They botched up this case really, really bad. They really botched this case up. Charles Eldridge, a weak yes. Oh my God, you guys. Now I understand what's going on. Hang on, let me finish 2 more. I got another weak yes. Let me try once more. Okay. No wonder. Oh my God, law enforcement. You guys are a bunch of I don't know what. 2, 3. Yes. Weak yes. Okay, I'm going to say this. Law enforcement, if you're watching my videos, welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. Please know that I do have a lot of respect for y'all as law enforcement and the police. I appreciate it when y'all have solved cases and brought these criminals to justice, but I also acknowledge the fact that on many occasions, law enforcement and the police department has dropped the ball. In this case, you guys have dropped the ball. So, here's what I'm going to say. They dropped the ball with the DNA. There has been a whole bunch of a hot mess as far as the DNA is gone. They did have the DNA. They do have it, obviously, because Libby fought, man. She fought, definitely. I mean, she, I can't even say. I see shoelaces. I see strong, like shoelaces. They come undone. There's some focus. So she's saying shoelace. I don't know whether shoelace was used to. I also see ligature marks or strangulation or something around the neck. The shoelace was used, and it's more for the neck than for the hands. The police dropped the ball in this case. They made a big mess with the DNA, and now there's no going back and fixing it because it's like so contaminated. That's why I was getting a strong yes and weak yeses and yes, and it's like the police had all these 4 people as suspects, and they did get DNAs from all of them, but there's some contamination that's gone on with the DNA that they found on Abby and Libby. I don't know whether they lost it or they messed it up or they mixed it or what in God's world they did, but there is a whole big mess there. If that DNA was not contaminated, this case would have been solved way back when. I'm going to ask if Libby passed first, because I feel that she did. Okay, let me ask, because I have a strong feeling that Libby passed first. Please show me, did Libby pass first? Huh. No answer, y'all. Why is she not wanting to answer me? We'll come back to that, because I am very convinced Libby passed first. But that's okay. We'll come back. Okay? We'll come back. Woo, 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 woo. I'm not going to take it because... There is a video flying, okay? There is a video. 3 guys are involved in this. This main bridge guy is the main guy, and there are 2 other younger guys, okay? I can see the energy of one of the younger guys. He has got that energy where it's like a cat on a hot tin roof. He's like, hurry, hurry, hurry. Like, you know, you can see them wearing like kind of, you know what I mean? That anxious energy, that impatient energy. And I will tell you, they have taken pictures and they have taken a video on their cell phones regarding whatever transpired with Libby and Abby, more so the sexual part of it than anything else. 100% it has been taken. Somebody has a video or photographs of that. Not so much actually filming them like being murdered, but the sexual abuse has been photographed. Like some inappropriate, really, I mean, the whole thing is inappropriate, but really, really gross, inappropriate, nasty pictures with them posing. It's come on, please. Yes, I know, but really, there were footprints from that place where the girls were taken to that place offsite and back again. Somebody's messed it up or missed it, or went and somebody found out and they went and kind of smudged it with their foot after the fact. There is an older lady who knows what happened. She kind of knows for a fact who is responsible. That older lady is related to the bridge guy, and she comes across more as an older sister or a mother. She knows, she has a vague feeling, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say she doesn't know with 110% certainty. She is afraid to come forth because she's protecting him, because she knows what he did is wrong, but she's protecting him because she's afraid she'll lose him. This individual is known in the bank. Whatever the local bank is, he's a regular over there. He's quite known to the tellers. Like that familiarity when he goes to the bank, he goes and speaks up at the teller. He speaks with, I'm just going to use the word Anne, okay? Just, I don't know any Anne, but I'm just going to use it. And let us assume this fellow's name is John. So he goes up and he say, "Hey Anne, how are you?" And she'll say, "Hi John, how are you doing?" Like, that kind of a familiarity. So definitely somebody in the bank knows him and has met him on numerous occasions even after this incident. Okay, there is a story coming through over here. Let's hang on 1 second, okay? Oh my goodness, they really want to talk. So we have the Four of Diamonds, and it says, hang on y'all, let me check my volume because somebody complained that you all couldn't hear. Yeah, the volume is all the way up. Okay. I have horse, bed, passionate sex, sensual love, emotion for profit. Then I have the bank, guard your riches, secure your property and goods, death, sudden death, footprints and clear trail, chapel, fertility and bed. So we are going to do this. We will hear the story. Let me set this guy up. Then we have illness and corpse, okay? And then we have flashy, flirty, confident, flirtatious and fair, youth. Happy family, secure home, great happiness, joy in children, arguments, stubbornness, quarrels, watch your temper, a good job, a wealth of work possible, magic being done, windfall, unexpected money, help from a financial source, financial aid, plan now. There's a lot of chatter heard, flock of clouds. Then we have the good wife, the wedding, sensuality. Yeah, see, there's some repetitions here. Then we have the shop, guard your work. Then we have judge, firm man, play by the rule, and it says a dark man. Okay, y'all can see the cards. I'm not going to pick up each card and show it to you guys, but because I want to tell the story here, what they're telling me. So, like I said, 3 people involved. Okay, definitely there is some exchange of sexual favors for sure. Now, as far as sexual favors are concerned, there is some exchange of sexual favors between one of those 3 guys and a member of one of these girls' families. Okay, a family member of one of these girls. All right. Then I told you how the situation with the bank goes. Somebody at the bank, the local bank, has on many occasions met with and dealt with the bridge guy. Clearly the sudden death and change. Yes, it was a sudden death and change. I will also tell you this bridge guy is going to suddenly die as well, and that will open up the case. The bridge guy's death is in the near future. Footprints, clear trail. There were definitely footprints over there. Somebody who knows what happened, somebody who might have seen what happened, or one of these 3 perpetrators went there the next day. They were definitely in the search party. They definitely realized that there were footprints and go, oh shit. And I can see that with a long stick or branches or whatever of trees that might have fallen down, they kind of did like that because they were using it to pretend like they were searching 100%. Now, as far as chapel, fertility and bed is concerned, this individual, the bridge guy, even though he has been a sexual molester and perpetrator and that sort of a thing, he has erectile dysfunction. Say that. And he definitely has some illness. It's almost like, I almost feel like he has to go and get, what do you call those, like dialysis, or he has to get some shots regularly, or he has to get how some people, when they have digestive issues or they have some kind of a surgery with regards to their GI, they have to wear that bag. What do you call that bag where you wear that bag outside? But I feel for him it's more like dialysis. So he definitely knows that it's a ticking time bomb. He can die anytime. Now, as far as being that flashy and flirty and flirtatious and all that stuff, I will tell you, that this individual, the bridge guy, has that. He goes and approaches and he's like, oh, let me take that picture, and he does flirt. He is a bit flashy, he is a bit flirty, but people don't take that much offense to it because he's an older guy, right? So but then at some point in time that equation changes and they realize he's a bit he wants, so it's like, oh, can you take a picture of me too? And then he'll be like trying to put his arm around you, that kind of a creepiness, and then everybody's like, oh, douchebag, go away from me. So it changes really quick over there. Then as far as the happy, family secure, home, great happiness, joy, and children are concerned, definitely whatever this whole thing regarding the family of these girls are concerned, it, even though they might have had their trials and tribulations, for the most part the family environment was pretty all right, right? But this bridge guy and the older female who is protecting him, they have their own family unit. It's very protected, very close knit. It's just the two of them. She 99.99% or 100% knows that he's somehow responsible, but she's not willing to give him up, because then she has to acknowledge the fact that she's into the same household as this killer, and that he is related to her by blood. You know what I mean? Definitely not his wife. It's more like a mother or a older sister kind of a feeling. I will also tell you that this lady, whoever this lady is who's related to the bridge guy, because he is the most prominent person here, that yes, y'all, the bridge guy is the one who was instrumental in the death of these two girls. He had help from two other individuals, younger men. That she knew that way back when, many years ago, when he was younger, maybe in his early 20s, the bridge guy, that he had on many occasions molested little kids, but somehow it never got reported, it never got whatever, or it got swept under the rug and that sort of a thing. And she thought he had grown out of that, and she thought that it was all over and done with in the past. And then she's like, oh shoot, it's happening all over again type of thing. There has been some argument, there has been some quarrel, there has been some temper tantrums between the bridge guy and this female who he is living with. Okay, there is definitely he is well placed as far as his work and his money is concerned. He's all right. He's not lacking anything over there. I mean, he may not be a multimillionaire, but he definitely has income, and okay, not living lavishly but comfortable. Now, as far as a windfall, unexpected money, help, or financial aid or plan now type of a situation is concerned, the lady is trying to figure out her resources and trying to extract herself from him, because she is now kind of getting a little scared for herself. She has kept her mouth shut for so long, and it has been a big struggle for her. So she really kind of, now the equation has turned. She's trying to kind of free herself, but she also realizes that he's not going to live forever, and that she's automatically, if he passes as she thinks he will, as soon as she thinks he will, then she's in the clear, and she also gets to benefit from his finances. Okay, there is a lot of chitter chatter going on regarding this. This chitter chatter is not going to die. Also, the two other younger people who have assisted this bridge guy, there has been some, he's tried to kind of threaten, he has threatened them to hush or else type of a situation. Those two younger people also come and visit his home, the bridge guy's home, where this older female sees them coming and going, and she's kind of a little bit suspicious, and there's been a lot of chattering around that, and she has tried to talk to these two younger men and try to extract information. There's one person, the youngest of them all, who is like very respectful, yes ma'am, no ma'am, that kind of very respectful, but you can tell something's off with that kid, and she's trying to tap into him to get the information, but not the other individual, because he's a little bit more smarter. Then one of those two young people definitely has just recently got married, either just before the Delphi murder cases or right after that has got married. And that individual works in a shop where, like, how shall I say, I don't want to say iron worker or metal worker, but some kind of a shop. I don't even know if it's like an automotive repair shop type of thing, but I definitely see a shop where there's a lot of equipment, there's a lot of tools, a lot of metal, iron, metal, and it's also it's not a building, concrete building with a roof. It's almost like those industrial sheds. I'm seeing that. Okay, now the judge, the fireman play by the rule, that sort of a thing. I definitely feel this is somebody who's pretty high up, placed in the, oh come on camera, somebody who's placed in the in the law enforcement or the police department. This individual, I'm not going to badmouth them, I'm not going to specify their name, but this individual, this whoever this higher up is in the police department, definitely dropped the ball, definitely made some mistakes, and definitely kind of internally they figured out that he really made a big mess, and subsequently he sidestepped it all by either leaving, quitting, or relocating. But it's almost like an embarrassment, very embarrassed, very, very embarrassed, and he is not living comfortably, y'all. This is weighing very heavily on his soul. Okay, I also strongly feel that whoever this person is who's involved with the investigation or law enforcement or FBI or whatever it is, this individual is also well connected to the judicial system, and that the judicial system, the court or the public prosecutor, whatever in that particular area, well connected, as it could be related to somebody in the court. Okay, but I feel like this individual it's weighing very heavily on his mind, and he has not even shared this boo-boo with his spouse or his family members because he's so embarrassed. I wouldn't be surprised if this individual has had some emotional eruptions, or lost his temper because he just can't handle it. This individual at some point in time is going to come clean, or he's going to end up taking care of himself, if you know what I mean. Boy. And then we have treasure chest, sunlight, unexpected windfall, and happiness. Now, as far as that is concerned, unexpected windfall and happiness, I want to get a clarification, because whose windfall, whose happiness? Can you show me? Oh my goodness. No, I'm not going to take it because I hadn't even shuffled the card. If it's meant to come out, I don't know what card it is. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out again. If not, not. What is this unexpected windfall or happiness is concerned? Dual and separation. Okay. Who's dual and separation? Exchanging of funds and sharing of partnership. Four horsemen and Meyer. Jealousy and seductors. Okay. Okay. There is a story being told over here. Ooh, y'all, this whole banking connection, y'all. What in the world is that? See, we have treasure, okay? Then I have dual and separation, birds, then exchange of funds, sharing, partnerships. Then we have a seductress, a female rival. Then we have four horsemen and Meyer. We know that. Banker and, oh my God, yeah, okay. So I'm going to say, because there are two kings who have showed up, so there is definitely something going on with this bank connection. So I wonder whether this individual is, the rich guy has a fairly decent bank account, or is somehow related to the bank, or works for the bank, or has taken a big loan from the bank, or he's very well known in the bank for sure. And I also feel the other individual, I said three guys, right? The youngest of them all is like a little harebrained. But the middle guy, he's maybe in his mid-30s to late 30s. I wouldn't be surprised if he himself also works for the bank. Yeah, let me show you. Since I'm holding it like this, there are way too many cards, y'all. Yeah. Okay. This second individual who's involved in this murder, I feel like he is also related to the bank, and I see him as being a skinny, tall guy. And he's in his mid-30s, I want to say, okay? But this person who was in law enforcement okay, let me back it up. Y'all, they had this case figured out, okay, within a month, okay? They had it done. It was resolved purely based on DNA, okay? They had it. Something happened and somebody made a big hot mess with the DNA and bungled it all up like crazy. Okay? And once that happened, they now cannot go back and recover the original DNA or whatever, because it's all a hot mess now and it's all bungled up. Now, I don't know how they can do that. I mean, I seriously don't know how that's possible. Because don't they have the records division and everything is recorded and noted, and even if it's not a paper trail or physical, everything is in the computer system. So I don't know. Now that, how they could have bungled it up that bad. Now that leads me to believe that it was purposefully bungled up by somebody who's trying to protect the bridge guy. Leads me to also believe that the bridge guy is fairly well connected in that particular area. Which leads me also to believe that somebody in law enforcement might have helped. So it was an inside job. Okay, please, okay, disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions. Please do your own research, form your own opinions. Okay? Don't go after anybody. I don't condone it. I'm not part of it. Making it very clear. So, and now, no matter what they do, they are not going to be able to solve this case. Now, I'm going to go out and say a couple more things. The bridge guy is known to a member of one of these, a family member of one of these girls. I am leaning more towards Liberty. She is instrumental in this. Okay? I am also going to say that this bridge guy knew Liberty's, I'm assuming Liberty's dad, right? Is he the one who was going to come and pick her up or something? Was it Liberty's dad or Abigail's dad? Well, let me just rephrase that. The bridge guy knew the person who was going to come and pick up the girls. Okay? Not like in like best buddies and all, acquainted with, seen around town, know who he is, that kind of a thing. And the girls also knew the bridge guy, again as an acquaintance, seen around town, part of the social scene in the city, town, wherever they live at. So he was not a complete stranger. Even though he kind of creeped them out a little bit, they also knew him. I don't know how else to explain it. Now, I will tell you for sure that there is a very, very odd reaction, there's almost an acceptance of fate from Abby's family, more so from her mom. She has just accepted it. I don't know why, but now please don't go hating on her and all that stuff. It's been a long time, right? This happened in 2017. What is it, like 4 or 5 years now? So please don't go hating anybody. I feel like she has kind of accepted this because she's like, what do I do? Where do I go from here? Like, what else can I do? I am going to go out on a limb and say I doubt if this case is going to get resolved anytime soon. I'm not getting that energy at this point in time, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Let's ask the cards. Let's see the energies here. We have Earth, we have Pluto, and then we have Jupiter. So we know Pluto is about regeneration, it's about water and something like that. And then Jupiter, we know, rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is expansion. If they have looked at some overhead water tanks, they will find one of the weapons in there. An overhead water tank, there will be a weapon in that. There is also going to be some evidence, a piece of cloth. I'm going to say a piece of red cloth. I don't know how. I don't know what kind of cloth it is. There is a piece of red fabric or cloth that is buried in the dirt. I don't know if they've dug it up. I don't know what they've done, but for some reason that piece of red cloth is going to be pretty crucial. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that has got something to do with the part of a shirt or a t-shirt or something that one of these three guys were wearing, more likely the younger two men. And in the struggle, somebody has torn a piece off that shirt, and that is what is buried in the dirt. I will also say that this place The, they were not killed at the spot. They were subdued and they were taken offsite, and they were kind of, they went through a few hours of torture, if you will, and threatening. And I'll tell you this, Libby, oh, she would, like, she kind of called them names, and she's like, you're not going to get away with it, and I'm going to make sure that, very aggressive. She freaking fought. I want to make sure that I didn't bungle up their names. Hang on. Libby is the taller child, right? Yes. Libby, what is her last name? Libby German. Let me show you her picture so that way I know that. This child, she fought. Oh my goodness, she fought. She literally fought, lunged at them, and when they were whatever, she'd be like, you're not going to get away from this. I'm going to make sure you don't get away. I am going to make sure you're going to pay the price. You're going to get caught. Don't think you can get away with this. You are going to get caught. And also went so far as to verbally assault them, because she was not going to go down without a fight. Okay, she was not going to go down without a fight. Poor thing. There were some nasty pictures taken, y'all. Somebody has those pictures on their phones. Oh my God, if they find those pictures, this will all get cleared away. One of those three individuals took some pictures, not of the actual murder or murdering, but very sexually explicit pictures. I wish they find it. I don't know how they'll find it though. But if they did, let me tell you, everything is going to come like thing. A weapon is in a overhead tank. Somebody go find it. They will find the weapon. I explained about the footprints. Libby saying yes. She's saying yes with the footprints. She feels like somebody's gone and wiped it clean, either with their foot or with a stick or something. This individual, what's his name? The bridge guy. He was part of the search team. Okay, for sure. He either has the ostomy bag, I think that's what it's called, or he either has to go for dialysis on a regular basis. His time's coming up, y'all. He's not going to be around for much longer. He's just basically dying due to ill health. And really, in all honesty, do you think I care about him? No. But I want them to catch him before he dies, so at least, hold him accountable. So I'm going to leave this. Now, as far as this Jupiter energy is concerned, if they go find that piece of red cloth, and if they find that weapon, it's going to open up the whole door, and the case can come back up, and they will still be able to resolve the case. Somebody's also helping them, y'all, cover up this. It's almost like I'm going to say this. It's almost like they can't believe that this individual is involved in this situation, in this crime, because the individual is somehow well known in society. Is that individual the bridge guy, or is that individual connected to the bridge guy? I don't know, but there is some influence over there. Okay. Why do I feel like this stack is... Yeah, I mixed up my cards. Let me make sure that... Hang on, you guys. How did this get mixed up? Did I miss these cards? Hang on, you guys. I'm so sorry. I should have done this off camera, but I just realized my decks were kind of missed. Hang on, okay? Because I want to use this deck. This deck is going to be good for us. I'll get to it in a second. You know what? No, I'm not going to waste you guys' time. It's okay. I'll do... See, I just realized there's more cards in this stack, so I must have... Me and my craziness. It's okay, we'll use this deck. Okay. Please show me the energy surrounding this case. Please show me the energy surround. Wait, what? What is going on over here? Why are those cards getting mixed up in this? Huh. This is the second time this has happened. Okay. There we go. Please show me the energies around this. This is a lot of cards. You sure you want me to use all these cards? Okay, I will use all these cards. Then let's turn these over. So I got the Ten of Swords, then I got the High Priestess, then I got the Fool, and then I got the Strength card. Didn't somebody else get this? Maybe not. So with the Ten of Swords is definitely feeling stabbed in the back, feeling like oh my God, it's all coming to an end. Tens usually are a culmination, but with this Ten of Swords, I feel like somebody is almost like on the verge of collapsing because they feel like the whole world is kind of closing in on them. They feel like they're going to be found out pretty soon. Then we have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess in this case, yes, the High Priestess is going to be, is a moon card, is ruled by the moon, but I want to say the High Priestess is the older female energy who is associated with the bridge guy, who is like, she is looking, she is waiting, she's hoping he kicks the bucket soon enough so that she doesn't have to come out and say that her blood, her relative is the one who's responsible for it. But on the other hand, she's also being smart. She's like, do I really care? It's all over and done with. I can't do anything to change the past. So, I'm just going to be quiet and just take his money when he kicks the bucket, and I'll be on my way. She's in that kind of a mind frame. Okay, this older female energy is not a spouse. It's either a mother or an older sister, or could be a cousin or something, but she is definitely older than the bridge guy. Okay, and I am saying it again, the bridge guy is responsible for this. Now I will also say that this female energy, I will reiterate it, I cannot reiterate it enough. This has transpired way back when he was in his younger at a younger age, maybe in his early 20s. There was a spate of sexual abuse and molestation and exposing himself and all that stuff, and he's not into boys, he's into young girls, and somehow that kind of didn't get the attention, and somehow things kind of like he escaped. He literally kind of didn't get caught. She knew, and then for a longest period of time there was a lot of quiet. He has continued, but she wasn't aware of it, and she thought, oh, that's a phase of his life that he's gotten over. And then when she found out that this happened, she's like, holy moly, it's happening all over again. So she's like in denial, I suppose that's the word. Then we have the Fool card, which is a younger energy. I want to say the younger guy who's involved, the youngest of the three, he is feeling like his hands are tied, and he definitely is feeling like they are kind of watching him. He's kind of having some emotional, let me explain his energy. He looks like one of those kids who is high on cocaine or whatever. They get that anxiety, that highly they can't stand still, they keep hopping, that kind of a stuff. He's that energy. And then we have the Strength card, which is a Leo energy, and definitely something is going to be brought to light, but I'm not so sure this case is going to get solved anytime soon. Next card, moving on. The Wheel. The Wheel to me is yes, it's Jupiter energy. Didn't we get Jupiter earlier? What did we get? Earth, Jupiter, and Pluto, right? We got these cards, Earth, Jupiter and Pluto, right? So the fact that Jupiter is popping up again with the wheel card, I feel like there is some momentum, there is some movement, but the tires have been deflated. I'm feeling like the tires have been deflated, and there's some individual who is responsible for deflating the tires of that particular vehicle. Then we have the Death card. Okay, the Death card is, okay, the Death card is obviously change and rebirth and that sort of a thing. They tried very desperately to change the whole thing, but they couldn't, because whatever clear evidence they had, lost, gone. They can't go back and fix it. King of Wands is a fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, again ruled by Jupiter. King of Wands, there is somebody who has taken charge of this situation, but he is in charge of this case, but he is under tremendous amount of pressure to drop it. He wants to pursue it, he wants to find a resolution for this case, bring it to light, but he is under tremendous pressure to drop the case, because it's almost like a slap in the face of law enforcement, and almost like a slap in the face of whoever the prominent figure is in that society. So they are going to do everything they can to hush it up. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. We also have another Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and the Earth energy is saying, did we have an Earth here? Earth card? Yeah. This Earth energy to me is telling me that it's something is buried. They're trying to bury this case, and they're trying to just kind of let it go, and they're saying like it hasn't been resolved in 5 years now, it's not going to get resolved, people will just like forget about it and move on. And unfortunately reality is that, right, like there's always some new cases, so these cases get put in the back burner, and then the back burner ultimately dies out and the cases are shelved, right? Very rarely do you see cases being resolved 20 years, they get reopened and they kind of whatever. But right now, I doubt if this case is going to get resolved. I'm sorry to say, you guys, I am not so sure. Who knows? I hope I'm wrong. I truly hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. Then with the Three of Pentacles, somebody's work is being definitely monitored. They are being watched. Their work is being watched. This individual who I said the the Knight of Pentacles, they are saying like, yeah, we're watching you. He's a younger person, he's a go-getter in the law enforcement, somehow trying to open this case up, and they know this kid, this young this younger man, he, let me rephrase it, mid-30s to mid-40s, is that a young man or a guy, right? So they're saying that you have a lot of potential to climb up the ladder, but we want you to let this case go. And he's struggling with that. Okay, they're watching his work, they're watching his work, they're trying to distract him by giving him other cases as well. And then you have the Three of Cups. There is some kind of a celebration going on. There is some kind of a oh guys, you'll probably think I'm crazy, but I am seeing hot dogs. There is some kind of a celebration going on, like a barbecue outside environment and hot dogs being served. Alright, yeah, we live in America and summertime, barbecue, hot dogs and burgers, right? But I'm clearly seeing, gosh, now I want to eat a hot dog. Like, I'm seeing that. So I don't know whether there is something that almost like a, you know how the police or the fire department, they have their barbecues or whatever for their own precinct or whatever. There's some kind of a celebration going on. I have a feeling that this younger cop, this cop, or this law enforcement guy or detective or whoever he is, they are celebrating a promotion. They're trying to distract him, y'all. They're trying to get him out of that case, because they have a feeling that he's going to expose it all and everything is going to come. It's like a house of cards that's going to come crumbling down. Oh my God, there's so much of cover up. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. See, there is definitely a cover up. Nine of Pentacles. It's like they're trying not to let that individual go up to the house and open the door, because they feel like the whole house is going to crumble down. Remember, I read cards intuitively, I'm just saying, okay? And then you have the Five of Wands. There is definitely, with the Five of Wands, there are challenges, there are obstacles. It's almost, they're going to throw obstacles in this person's path. He knows he can solve it in a heartbeat, but they're going to make it difficult for him. Then you have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords, it speaks to divorce, heartbreak, loss, depression, surgery, and that sort of stuff. I definitely feel like this person is kind of, look at this card. Like, he is feeling the pressure. He is feeling the pressure, and then you have the Lovers card, okay? So he is also feeling the pressure from his loved ones, I want to say. Even though the loved one is supporting him and saying, yeah, I understand, whatever, they are worried for their safety and security, y'all. These two are worried for their safety and security. I strongly feel that this case could be solved if only this younger gentleman is given the right opportunity and the backing to be able to solve the case. He'll solve it. And by him solving the case, he is going to, by default, show how badly law enforcement botched up this case. Law enforcement, if you're watching me, I'm not afraid to tell you to your face that yes, you dropped the ball on this one. So deal with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not picking up much about their families at this point in time, so I'm going to let it go. But I will definitely do another reading because I want to get the energy and the dynamics between the girls and their respective families. The girls and okay. One young teen, a male, between the ages of 14 and 16. He was between the ages of 14 and 16 at the time of this incident, who had a soft spot for one of the girls. I don't know who the girls are, which girl it is, whether it's Abby or Libby. This individual, oh my God, a couple of days before this incident, this individual, I can see him. I want to say Abby. I don't know why, but I want to say Abby, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. This individual, I can see this young boy hugging this girl and saying, you know how kids, the teenagers, like little kids, I mean, it's innocent, right? I mean, there was nothing beyond that. Okay, take care, bye, and then he is so heartbroken that this happened. There's something about his energy which is an integral part of this whole thing. I'm not picking up on that. That's all they're showing me at this point in time. So I definitely want to do another reading, because I definitely want to do a reading on the dynamics between these girls and the independent families. Yeah, why? Okay. Aww, tied up to this owl. Come on, how do you get entangled there? Okay. So there's definitely a love connection between this young boy and one of the girls. I don't know which girl it is. There's been texting and messages going back and forth. Okay, I'm going to see you at soccer practice, that kind of a thing. And they definitely felt like they were a couple, even though they were so young. And see, I get the hearts. Oh, was there a gift given to one of the young girls by this young boy that was a piece of jewelry? And I wouldn't be surprised if it literally is an owl or something to do with an owl. And I feel like this is almost like a you know what this is, right? A salamander or whatever they call those things. I'm seeing that he has something like that as a pet in his house. Not really a salamander. You know how these kids have these dragon lizards or whatever as pets? I wouldn't be surprised if he has one of that as a pet in his house. Oh, yeah, had or did. That young boy is heartbroken about it. H as in Harry. Q as in Queen. X as in Xavier. And the number 7. I don't know. Can you see it? Number 7. Yeah. So I'm not sure what that is. I really am not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. If y'all can figure it out, leave your comments, y'all. I mean, seriously. Oh, but this couple, this young couple, I feel so sad. It's like young love. You know what I mean? There's something written on it. Let me see. Wait, I can't tell. What is it saying? Love. Love. Dream, hope, love, dream, and hope, and trust. Love, dream, hope, and trust. Oh, so sad. This young boy is going to be scarred for the rest of his life. This young boy. Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for letting me ramble on. I appreciate your patience and appreciate all of your comments. Please do leave your comments. The alphabets, I forgot already what they were. If any of y'all know what that is, or if there's any significance, I don't know what it is. I'm not picking up on it. Let me know in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to be doing another reading for Abby and Libby, but we'll just focus on the dynamics between, you know, the girls and their families, and see if something pops up there. Okay, take care, you guys. See you around. Bye.